Yo, was good. I have a couple things I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? A couple of things. You know? So let's just get into it like right now, bro. Let's get into it right now. Let me set this timer. All right, first thing we'll talk about is understanding your feelings on a deeper level. This was something that was like I thought about talking about this literally this morning because last night I was talking to my boy Cash, right? And we was talking about insectoid beings and bug beings and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we found this like insectoid galaxy pretty much. I can actually show it to y'all. Hold up. Let me pause the timer and let me pause this timer and let me pause the video. All right, timer's paused. Gotta pause the video. This galaxy right here has insectoids inside of it. But this is not the only one though. There's more that I haven't necessarily found yet. But yeah, this galaxy right here, you know what I'm saying? Actually contains insectoid beings. It also has these like the insectoids made these robot beings at some point, but the robot beings still have like actual genes and biology that come from the insectoid beings. It's really cool. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, while tapping into that, right? Me and my boy, like we were like, oh, my boy was talking about how like he was like, oh yeah, like I don't like I never started the timer again. Anyway, he was like, "Yeah, I actually don't like spiders, and they were actually the malevolent beings inside the like insectoid galaxy. And this galaxy, yo, this one right here has a big ass like overtone of those fucking spiders and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This one has a big overtone of that. Mm. But that, hey, I just burnt. People be calling that confirmation, and the reason why that's confirmation is because if you guys understand how like how certain if you guys understand how your energetic anatomy works, when certain things come up, there's literally spirits entering your body. Or I mean, yeah, that it's like you have different channels where different energies come through, different intelligent energies. So it's like when you act out of one of those spirits, like it comes up through your channel that you burp. You know what I'm saying? You could burp, you could yawn. You know what I'm saying? That's the science behind that. But yeah, that galaxy has a big overtone to the spider beings, and they are malevolent force. Now, here's why I talked about that, right? See, what I'm speaking on right now is how we need to deeper understand our feelings. Because with me, right, I never liked spiders. Let me move this back over. Because I want to look at myself, but I hate how it looks like I'm turning like that. That's annoying. All right. Anyway, boom, bro. I never liked spiders. Never liked them. And I remember fighting them. I remember fighting spider beings. I was actually learning about spider beings before learning about how they were the malevolent race before learning about how they were the malevolent race inside the insectoid galaxy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I was learning about them. I know spiders aren't insects, bug people, if you want to say that. Anyway, yeah. And at the same time, me and my boy also, if you watching this, was good. My boy cultivating royalhood. Yo, check out our live stream. Not live stream. Check out our video that we did about spiritual warfare 101. That shit fire. It's gonna be for Patreon, it's gonna be on my channel tomorrow on Sunday. But for YouTube people, it's already up there by the time y'all see this podcast episode. Anyway, me and him were beetle beings before, and we worked on like DNA and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Actually, tapping into that form because he's the one that actually helped me realize that because I was learning about. I'll get to that a bit later. Long story short, I never liked spiders. You know what I'm saying? I never liked them, and now I know why. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like some people can have a fear of a spider, right? You think I just have a fear of spiders, but like if you understood that feeling deeper, you would see like, oh, you could have got attacked by a spider being. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of like people think that like, oh, I just don't like that. I just like this. But when you understand these things deeper, you understand why you're actually like that. Like for example, with me, right? I have a very, very, very nice and loving aspect. I have a very angry aspect, very aggressive aspect. I have a very intelligent aspect. I have a very wise aspect, which are very different. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm able to learn things pretty quick, and I also have a lot of knowledge that I get from experience. You know what I'm saying? So those are two different things. I have so many aspects. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I could just say, "Oh, I'm just naturally aggressive. I'm just naturally loving. I'm just naturally this." But I could literally see where it comes from now. Oh, this aggressive shit. That's that reptilian Alpha Draco dragon shit. Oh, this loving shit. That's that motherfucking Lyran shit. Oh, that intelligent shit. That's that motherfucking Arcturian shit. Oh, I have all this information. I just hoard and stuff like that. That's my turtle shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my turtle form would go around in time and stuff like that, carrying information and writing down certain notes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Mins is a whole galactic historian, fucking wisdom keeper, galactic librarian. Like that's what all that shit is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And it's like when you understand these certain feelings and these certain traits you have on a deeper level, it's like, yo, it starts to link up with certain past life shit or just certain other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I want to say that. Try to understand your feelings a bit deeper because introspection is so important, especially when it comes to astral projection. Because I'm gonna talk about this some point coming up, but the first part of astral projection really should be about establishing your energetic equilibrium, which you do by understanding the qualities that you have and what elemental aspects those come from. Because you could be if you're too aggressive, there's too much fire. You got to balance that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm gonna talk about that shit when it comes to freaking building soul mirrors for desirable traits and undesirable traits and how to introspect to find out what element is for and how to nullify those elements and balance out your system. Because when your shit's balanced, astral projection becomes so easy. For example, some of y'all may have fear. If you're balanced, there won't be any fear. Some of you guys may be impatient. If you're balanced out, there will be no impatience. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these problems get fixed with energetic equilibrium. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so understanding your feelings is really important, and understanding your traits deeper is really important. Back to the insectoid beings and the beetle shit, right? My man was telling me how like he watched my video about how to use like Miss Mary Jane spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Like he told me that he don't really like do it like that, but like he decided to do it after watching my video, and it's crazy because I actually did a energy healing for him. You know what I'm saying? It was a great one. You know what I'm saying? And even though I don't have it posted up yet, you guys could always, if you want to DM me on Discord and ask about it, I got you. But it's gonna be up really soon. I've been putting some stuff together in the background that y'all don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, right? Yeah, I did it for him type shit. You know what I'm saying? We hopped on the call type shit, and I kept like, yo, weed kept on coming to me when I was talking to him, but I forgot to ask him about it. Cause I'm like, why is there weed here? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, I never asked him about it, and I really meant to, but I just was like, we were talking about other stuff at the time, so I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, right? He ended up watching my video about it anyway. I'm like, okay, bet he was guided to watch that. And he told me that while doing it, right, at some point, he was like, yo, let me just see what me and JD's connection is. You know what I'm saying? And he saw us two as beetle beings. And I'm like, yo, that's accurate. At the same exact time, like a few days ago from that day, which was yesterday where he told me about this, a few days ago before yesterday, right, I was learning more about my connection to insectoid beings, especially beetle beings, ant beings, mantis beings, grasshopper beings, and centipede beings. You know what I'm saying? And butterflies too. But yeah, I was learning about all that shit. And I was really focused on the beetle. You know what I'm saying? Then my man just said that. I'm like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And like it was accurate shit too. He's like, oh yeah, bro. Like he saw us as like these blue beetles, right? And it's so funny because nigga, when it came to my motherfucking I had a play that I did in seventh grade, bro. I was a blue beetle inside that play, bro. I never told him this. I ain't tell him I was messing with insectoids. He just randomly hit me up saying this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, that goes to show you how weed does help with your past life stuff. Because that was accurate shit that he was seeing. Everything he saw was accurate as heck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me just slip that inside there. Beetle beings are really cool, bro. And the way they understand DNA is really fascinating because like it's like they see DNA as actually being alive. And like they could tell like, oh yeah, if you move this part over here, it activates this gene. And if you introduce this inside the system, it's gonna what's it called? It's gonna turn off this gene. And like if you string these two species together and join their shit together, it's gonna generate this quality inside the being. It's so crazy. They just see it as like a strand of information, literally, and they just add different kind of information in certain kinds of ways to generate certain effects that make you express yourself in certain kinds of ways. It's super fucking fascinating. You know what I'm saying? But hey yo, be on the lookout for that DNA healing shit. Haha, you know what I'm saying? Me and my boy probably gonna hit you with some of that. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? My little hair is sticking up, kind of blowing me. Hold up. But that's a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's the first topic, you know what I'm saying? The whole feeling shit, right? Understanding your feelings on a deeper level. Let's talk about now structuring your life the way you want it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is really important. You see, People want a certain kind of life, but their beliefs do not line up with that life. It starts all up there. Now I know people here say, "Oh, your beliefs are so important." Let's really talk about this shit, bro. In order to structure the life you want to have, I won't stay on this shit for too long because people talk about beliefs all the time. But y'all gotta hear this shit, bro. Like, cause I really, bro, you don't understand. Like, even though bro, I've studied this shit. Even while studying this shit, my nigga, my guides have been really focusing in on that with me a lot. You know what I'm saying? In different ways to literally bend the fucking fabric of the universe, how to actually impress, how to actually put forth thought forms onto the ether around you to vibrate shit in a certain way that actually makes certain people come to you, certain events get drawn to you, make you drawn to certain events, you make you drawn to certain places. Like like I can actually like literally, bro. So understand this, right? One night, I was able to literally feel, right, the ether around me. I was super sensitive to it. And it's crazy because it was happening out through my sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is linked to your etheric body in the etheric realm. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to literally feel the ether around me in a super crazy way because I was talking to somebody who I have really crazy past life connection with. You know what I'm saying? And it always invokes those old feelings back again inside my system. Now that should be wild as hell. And y'all know me, I ain't about to just waste my nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah. So it's not even just always like sexual stuff. It could literally just be like a heightened feeling that just feels crazy as hell. But when I hone into that, I could like feel my energetic sensitivity, and I can expand that outside of myself and feel the ether around me. And during that period of time, right, I was already learning about how to literally bend time and space. You know what I'm saying? How to actually like fold the fabric of space. Shit is crazy as fuck. And as I was learning that, right, I'm like, yo, as I could feel the ether, I could literally feel how to manipulate that shit with my thoughts and stuff like that, right? Now I had a video that I posted, right? This was fucking. I was on the. Hold up, I gotta do something real. Let me pause this and pause this. Alright, so actually let me show y'all which video I'm talking about first before I show y'all the number on it. So y'all see the video that say don't play with spiritual people? Oh, let me start the timer again. Y'all saw that video right that says don't play with spiritual people, right? Bro, that when I first posted that, right, it literally had no views for like literally the whole entire day. Like I was doing this shit at nighttime, and what I saw, right, I saw the video doing well. I'm like, okay, since I could do this, since I could feel the ether and I could feel how I can impress certain thoughts onto it, let me just imagine my video doing like good. Nigga, that shit had 2,000 views. I'm like, what the hell? It was kind of bad. I was actually on the phone with somebody, right, with my homie, right, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm like, yo, why is my shit going crazy right now? Like, it's not like crazy, blowing the fuck up, but it's like, nigga, this shit was at 0 views the whole entire day. Why is it getting views now after I did the whole entire shit? We know why. You know what I'm saying? We know why. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only time I did that though. There's been times where I'm like, yo, I wanna like alright, don't tell nobody this. But I be having ways to get I be having ways to get stuff for free pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like people just bring me stuff when I want it. You know what I'm saying? I do that pretty often. When I want something, I just impress it onto the ether around me, and then people just bring it to me. Swear to God. I'm gonna teach you how to do that at some point. You know what I'm saying? It really just deals with like first things first, though, stretching your belief system because like you gotta believe you can actually like get these things. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have no belief it's gonna work. You can't just have no belief and then like think it's gonna work. Like no, I'm gonna go. All right, hold up. All right, anyway, right? Yeah, you gotta actually believe these things are possible. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have like full force belief. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to have a certain lifestyle, believe you're actually capable of that lifestyle. Believe you actually have it right now. You know what I'm saying? That's very important because you literally impress those thoughts on the ether around you. And there'll be certain days where it's like the day's not going how I want it to, and I peep how my thoughts are not aligned with the day I want. Then I line my thoughts back again, and like it actually works out. But it's so crazy how it works because it does. You do need to be able to kind of feel the ether around you a little bit, but it's like not fully. Like the most important part's the thought shit because if you could feel the ether around you and you have fucked up thoughts, then it's like it actually becomes a detriment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like It's so crazy, bro, because even before when I would switch my thoughts back in the past, right? The way I switch them now is so different. Like it's like before I'm switching my thoughts, now I'm switching whole belief systems. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck just adding a couple new thoughts. Nah, like my whole entire like nigga like instead of having new thoughts, I have new thought streams. You know what I'm saying? I have new thought patterns. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and I can really feel the effects in my biology too. It's super crazy. Like literally, like people gotta align their thoughts and their beliefs with the life that they want. Cause I see it all the time where people don't. A lot of people are hypocrites and don't even realize it, including me sometime, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like how do I want something, but I'm not doing the things that align with what I want. You know what I'm saying? It could be simple shit too, like oh, like nigga, like you want to master astral projection, nigga, practice this shit a bit more type shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause there be days where I be slacking on my practices. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest one that come to mind. That's the biggest one that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, like people will say they want these things, but they thoughts, emotions, and actions do not align. And that's some basic stuff, but really understanding the importance of that shit, bro. Because the way I've been seeing it nowadays is completely different than how it was before. Before it was all psychological for me. This shit is metaphysical too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. So what's the next topic? Hold up. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I have different topics inside of my phone, and it's like I'm gonna just look off of that real quick. Actually, nah, f that. We're not looking at that. I know what I want to do, nigga. We gonna talk about light and dark, bro. We gonna talk about light and dark, positive and negative, all that shit, bro. Because these terms get used the complete wrong way. We're gonna talk about fucking light and dark magic and why those terms should not be used. It should be called malevolent and benevolent magic. But let me see what. How did they even define? I never looked this up. Dark magic meaning. What does that even? What does that even mean? Black magic. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I was right. Yeah, this right here should be called malevolent magic. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about why. First, let's look up what the freak light and dark at, cause people saying that, cause dark and black do not mean evil. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna look up what light and black mean, cause we know that those are colors. You know what I'm saying? Let's look up light and dark. Let's first look up light. Light is the natural agent that stimulates sight and makes things visible. That has nothing to do with good. You know what I'm saying? Dark meaning with little or no light. I would also say the agent that makes things invisible or not visible or hidden. You know what I'm saying? Either way, that has nothing to do with good or bad. Let's look up positive. Huh. Huh. Consisting in or characterized by the presence or possession of features or qualities rather than their absence. Now, I know down here it could say a good, affirmative, constructive quality. It says constructive, optimistic, confident. But nigga, let's go off the very first definition, my nigga. This right here. Consisting in or characterized by the presence or possession of features or qualities rather than their absence. That has nothing to do with being good. Now, if you want to say, oh, nigga, if you want to talk about how a person contains benevolence, then it's like you could say, oh, like his positive, like when it comes to his positive aspect of what he contains, it could deal with his benevolence. But it's like you could have nigga the dark and light both have positive and negative aspects, which I'm gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? Let me get more into it. Let's look up negative meaning. You know what I'm saying? Negative, right? Consisting in or characterized by the absence rather than the presence of distinguishing features. With that being said, that has nothing to do with good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Now, benevolence and malevolence do, but let me first talk about light and dark. So let's talk about light, right? Light, and then we have positive. My nigga. Light says the natural agent that stimulates sight and makes things visible. You know what I'm saying? Let's understand when it comes to the creation of the universe, right? Everything started, right? In darkness, you could say, right? Nothing was visible. You know what I'm saying? It had no light, right? Now, that darkness, right? You have awareness. You know what I'm saying? Awareness is what makes up the infinite void, which is also where dark comes from, right? Now, with that being said, that awareness, right, became aware of itself. It wanted to know itself. You know what I'm saying? However, awareness is not a visible thing. So because of that, it made itself visible. What is light? The natural agent that stimulates sight. It makes things visible. So inside the darkness, the dark said, "Yeah, I want to actually know myself and become and actually like understand myself. Let me actually make myself visible, aka generate light." You know what I'm saying? So light reflects all things that the darkness contained. You know what I'm saying? Light projects all things. Like the color white, white is expressing all colors to you. You know what I'm saying? Black is holding all colors. So light expresses all things, the dark holds all things. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about positive and negative, right? Positive, negative. Nigga, when it comes to the light, right? Light could be seen as positive in the sense that, nigga, its expression, the way it expresses itself, that expressive light contains all things. So it possesses certain qualities. However, it's negative, right? Which doesn't mean good or bad. It's negative, right? Because, my nigga, it doesn't hold anything. It's absent with what it holds. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's positive in the sense that it reflects all things, but it doesn't hold anything. Therefore, it has absent qualities inside of itself. You know what I'm saying? It's negative inside that aspect, which doesn't mean good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Now I know this one down here could be some more as like good or bad, but we're not talking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially because down here the fucking nigga, the etymology means to deny. You know what I'm saying? It means to like deny. Like when you deny something and when you negate something, it's like you're like, oh, this, let's not have that. You know what I'm saying? You're like when you negate something, you make it absent. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and you can negate evil. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with that being said, right? Yeah, light and dark can be positive or negative depending on how you're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Now let's talk about malevolence. People be saying light beings and dark beings. No, you mean malevolent beings and benevolent beings. Benevolent is the good shit. So benevolent, right? Benevolent means well-meaning and kindly. You know what I'm saying? Malevolent, no, pull it up like this. Yeah, means having or showing wish to do evil to others. So here's how I like to put it, nigga. Benevolence is having an intent to benefit other people. Malevolence is having the intent to do harm to other people. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the light and dark don't do any harm to nobody. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to light and dark, actually, when it comes to light, light expresses all things, including benevolence and malevolence. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the darkness, it holds all things. It holds benevolence and malevolence. Nigga, inside that infinite darkness, right? That shit said, nigga, I want to actually experience myself. Nigga, by experiencing itself, it projected its good and its bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the light is what made the good and bad even possible. You know what I'm saying? But the good and bad also came from the dark. So both things are actually good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Like tapping into your light gives you ultimate freedom of expression. You know what I'm saying? It gives you the ability to express all sides of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Which is why you should actually tap into the dark, which is not your malevolent side. People don't Cause I be saying, yo, if I say tap into your dark side, even after hearing all this shit, people will still think, oh yeah, I'm tapping into my evil side. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever, bro. At all. Like, at all. I'm saying tap into yourself. Like, instead of being inside light, because you have light consciousness and dark consciousness. Nigga, light consciousness is being aware of all things outside of you and acting from a place of, like, expression. You know what I'm saying? Expressing yourself outwardly. Dark consciousness is acting from a place of going internally. You know what I'm saying? It's about understanding yourself internally. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's actually fully about. Now the thing is, right? You have malevolent beings that people call dark beings. That's not how it's supposed to be though. Like when it comes to the galactic universe and stuff like that, right? You have nigga. Let me pull up this shit with the Egyptian tree of life, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, let me type in Kemetic because that usually pops up better. Kemetic tree of life. You know what I'm saying? Let's go right here, right, nigga. Right here you have the you can't see my mouse. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Holy shit, it's never like that usually. What the hell? All right, so you can see Thoth or Dechuti and then Hathor or Het For this video, I'm gonna say Dechuti and Het because I like those names better. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the Egyptian names, bro. Right here, right. Dechuti is the intellect and also symbolizes divine intelligence. Het Hey Ru is your own willpower and the divine will of the universe, right? With that being said, here is dark, here is light, here is pretty much the aspect of source, right? That's like, oh, nigga, I want to actually know myself. Because intelligence is the ability to actually know things. You know what I'm saying? So with intelligence, it's like, oh yeah, you want to gain intelligence about yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's the dark self. And then in order to do that, you project the light, the divine willpower. You act out your intelligence. You express your intelligence and you express lights. You know what I'm saying? You express what's inside of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now with that being said, peep how Thoth or the Judy is a bird, and then Het Heru, even though she's a human inside of like this right here, she has a lion form. You know what I'm saying? Het Heru has a lion form. Why am I saying that? Nigga, back in Lyra, right, you had felines and avians. The felines are light consciousness, the avians are dark consciousness. Does it mean evil? Now the thing is, right, you have further splits from that though. You have further splits. When it came to creating more distortion, right, that happened eventually when it comes to Lyrans making the humanoid form, right? That could be seen as benevolent consciousness because the humanoid form really was made mainly for the benefit of other people. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's more geared towards. Like felines in general, right? They could be malevolent or benevolent because they malevolence means to have the intent to cause harm to others, bro. They're fucking warriors, bro. Felines are literally warriors. Like inside the humanoid form, you cannot fight as well. Now, if you're like my boy Cass, you trained really hard to fight inside that form. But still, that form was not made for fighting for real. You know what I'm saying? Like it was made for purely benevolent shit to benefit other beings of the universe and to be more spiritually in tune and more intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Now I know that I said intelligence is more like on like the dark side, but this intelligence is like being hooked up to source and being intelligent in order to spread it out to other people. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, right? Even with avians, right, who are more on dark consciousness, right? With them, right? They literally like study the universe, bro. They literally like they hold so much knowledge and they do use the light aspect when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying? They do share the information. But if you peep, right, the distortion aspect came when avians made reptilians. Those are more of a malevolent consciousness. Literally, one of the reasons why reptilians were made is so that way they could literally fuck shit up. Like, they're literally built to fuck shit up. They're literally built to cause harm. So, when you look at it like from a more distorted level, the feline form, my fault, the humanoid form is benevolence, right? And the reptilian form is malevolence. But like from a higher aspect, right? You know what I'm saying? The feline form is simply just light consciousness. You know what I'm saying? It's more outwardly expressive and it's very love based. You know what I'm saying? The avian form is part of the dark consciousness. It's very internally focused and it also contains wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Now I tell people all the time the dark will give you wisdom. I'm not saying that that means to do evil though. I'm not saying that the evil will give you wisdom, but that's not what I mean. I mean that the dark, going inside of yourself will give you wisdom. I'm not saying that doing evil shit is going to give you that wisdom, even though it actually can. You know what I'm saying? It definitely will. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, understand that expressing evil is actually a light act. To actually do something, nigga, to actually express yourself, whether it's expressing good or evil, nigga, that's a light thing. You know what I'm saying? That's actually some light shit. You know what I'm saying? People go like, "What is that? Doesn't make sense." It only won't make sense to you if you still associate light with being good. That's the problem. That's not what it means. Like when you get to 5D, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't let go of the dark. You let go of malevolence. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a Andromedan form, right? I showed you it before. It looks like the whole entire galaxy. That form it looks like the whole universe to be honest, bro. That form hit a 12D awareness, and I noticed that form, right? I got more access to that form when I started tapping into dark consciousness, which a lot of y'all already saw that on my Patreon. You know what I'm saying? I talked about that. You know what I'm saying? And that's because that form is both. It's light and dark, but it's not malevolent though. That's the difference. It's not going to make sense if you keep on thinking that dark means bad. That's why it gets confusing for people. If you stop doing that though and you separate dark from bad, you see how something could be dark but not bad and not evil. But you still have evil beings. And beings from a higher perspective actually realize this. They just stop saying dark is bad. From a higher perspective, they just stop saying, oh yeah, dark is bad. They stop saying that shit, you know what I'm saying? But they still realize there's malevolent beings. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that because when it comes to going to 5D, right? You will never let go of your dark. You don't let go of what's inside of yourself. Well, you let me rephrase that. You don't let go of everything that's inside of yourself. You let go of your malevolence. But you'll still always have a dark consciousness because dark consciousness is internally focused. You only fully transcend that duality of light and dark when you hit the 12th realm because inside that realm, it's pure awareness. There is no more in and out. You know what I'm saying? It's just all the same. You know what I'm saying? There is no expression and non-expression. It's just all, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing to be expressed. Therefore, there's nothing being expressed. You know what I'm saying? If there's nothing to be expressed, why would there be any expression? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is like inside the 12th realm, which is that's when you actually transcend duality. So inside the 5D, you transcend one duality. You transcend benevolence and malevolence, but you don't transcend light and dark as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Because light and dark have because you can associate good and bad with light and dark, but that's a lower perspective. You know what I'm saying? Which you transcend inside the fifth realm. So yeah, because when it comes to because if anything, love and wisdom are closer to light and dark opposed to benevolence and malevolence. To be honest, because when it comes to love, right? Love can you could feel love on the inside, but love makes you want to do shit for people. People are like, oh, love is weak. No, it's not. I told Pearchon this shit, bro. I love my mom. So when somebody try to harm my mom, I'm gonna do everything to protect her. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have love for your job, you want to go to your job type shit. When you have love for people, you want to be around them and and actually spend time with them and actually get active and express yourself around them. You know what I'm saying? When you're inside the dark, when you want to go inside yourself, you're trying to gain wisdom. You're trying to gain knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, right, when you do that, right, when you go inside of yourself, you'll recognize, oh yeah, here's the malevolent consciousness and the benevolent shit. But you won't express it. See, the thing is, right, people could say, oh, I'm tapping into my dark, right? They go inside their dark, right? And then they see their malevolent aspect, and then they go back to their light and express that malevolence. However, if you're fully inside the dark, you would see your malevolence and just simply just go deeper and deeper inside yourself until at some point you just realize that you're actually source. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk more about light and dark, and I'm gonna talk more about that in the next podcast episode because there's actually something very important about that. Like that I'm not gonna say inside this because the timer ended. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys later. I love you all. You know what I'm saying? Peace.